Good morning, filth. Um, I I had dreamies, little dreams. Also, it's barely still morning right now, so if you're watching this and it's not morning for you, die. I'm just kidding, don't. But yeah, yeah, don't die. Um, yeah, but like I had dreams, so they were cool. They were animal dreams. I love animal dreams. I've been talking with a vegan lately. I have a new vegan friend, so like yeah, it's kind of a thing where like animals come up a lot, and just because like partially just because we both happen to love animals, but also because veganism, they're doing it. He's doing it for animal rights, so it makes sense that animals would come up so much and all that. And we both have pets and everything, so yeah, between all those factors, animals come up a lot, so it makes sense that I'd be dreaming about them. So I had a dream that I had had a pet cat. We had a kitten. Me and my mom, we had a new kitten, but the kitten lived in like a cage for some reason, even though it was like a teenage cat. Like, as far as like cat ages go, this cat was like already kind of like teenage level. Like, not literally in its teens, like in the sense of literal years, but like in the sense of cat years, you know what I mean? Like an adolescent cat, A cat that's already growing and stuff. Um, a cat with long legs already and like a long tail now, rather than a tiny little kitten, you know what I mean? And we were still keeping it in a cage and, well, more like a terrarium, actually. It was like glass and everything. And, but the kitten didn't seem unhappy and we would let it out every day and stuff. I don't know what the gender of the kitten was. I remember that it had like a dark fur coat, like it was like black and brown, which, if you don't know, brown cats are very rare. Now, it's not uncommon to find a cat who has some brown in its fur, especially like, a tabby or something like that, or basically any cat that's got black fur, like partially black fur or completely black fur. If it looks a bit brownish, that's not rare because, like, that's just sun bleaching. The sun will bleach dark fur and turn it into a kind of brownish color. That's normal. But like a cat that has naturally brown fur is extremely, extremely rare, but they do exist. Um, Anyway, so this cat was like black and brown, and I guess it would be more likely to say that it was just a sun bleached black cat. But I don't know how it was getting sun bleached because, like I said, we kept it indoors all the time. Like with my cats in real life, the cats that me and my mom have, and also the cats that my dad has, and all that, they're indoor outdoor cats. We don't force them to stay inside, but we also don't force them to stay outside. We have a cat door, like at my mom's house we have a cat door, and at my dad's house there is also a cat door. So that's how we raise our cats, and I feel like that's a pretty good system, like, I mean, to be fair, there are reasons why you'd want to keep a cat completely indoors, because obviously there's cars outside, there's humans outside, there's threats, there's dogs probably in the neighborhood, so there are absolutely reasons why you'd want to keep your cat indoors. However, that's not really a fulfilling life for a cat. They need to play. They need to get their exercise outside. Like, they'll get so bored inside. So, you know, it's a trade-off, really. Yeah, but anyway, this little kitten that we had in the dream, it was like we had it in a terrarium all the time, and it was in my room. Like, the terrarium was in my room. I had this cat in my room, and but I let it out, and it was just running around in the house for a while, and that was cute. So it was nice. It was a nice dream. And then there was this other part of the dream where I was just like trying to look for clothes to wear, but it was hard to find an outfit that I wanted to wear. That wasn't really that interesting, but I guess it was a little interesting because I had clothes that I don't have in real life. I have dreams often where I will have clothes that I do not have in real life, and that's kind of cool. Um, but I had like this purple coat, like it was black and then it later changed to purple for some reason, so I don't know what that's about. And then also I had this like purple leopard print velvet shirt. And it's like I would never wear that in real life, but it's kind of badass that I had it in the dream. Like, that's kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. But yeah, so that was going on. And then here's the more interesting part. I had a dream. This is another separate dream where there was no me in this dream. No me. It was kind of playing out like a movie, I guess, like a documentary of some kind, where it was about this woman who was working for this weird zoo kind of place. It was like, I'll describe the zoo first and then I'll describe what the woman was doing. But anyway, the zoo was like this place where humans could walk around, like, I mean, I guess that's normal for a zoo, but let me explain. So, like, basically the zoo was like, or at least the human part of it, the part where the humans walk around, that was like, you would be walking with your up to your neck in water, like up to your neck in like water, and the point was that you could have a sort of swimming experience while also breathing. And like, but for some reason it wasn't hard for the humans to walk in the water. Like, that's how it wouldn't work in real life, is that, if even if you like, because it wasn't super deep. I mean, it was to the point where you were up in your neck and all that, but you could still walk, like your feet would touch the ground and everything. But in real life, if you were to do that, it would be hard for you to get through the water because of the gravity and everything. The way that water is like so heavy and all that, and it's it's hard to move in the water. It's like you're weightless and all that. So, this wouldn't really work in real life. But in the dream, the whole point was like you could walk, and you could get your exercise basically. It wasn't really like swimming. It was more like you would walk on the ground and stuff, but within the water, and you would get your exercise while also looking at the animals in the enclosures. And, like, the animals in the enclosures. So like, the water part, there would be, like, I think sea creatures with you and stuff, like safe sea creatures that aren't going to sting you or anything like that. But they would be in there with you. But then, like, there would also be enclosures where there would be, like, animals that live, like, terrestrial animals that live, on the ground and all that. So, there would be like chimps and like lions and zebras and all that, and you could look at them while you're in the water, and they would be closed off with glass, so the water wouldn't get in there or anything. And it was a really cool system and all that. Very kind of cool idea if it would work in real life. So, yeah, but the whole problem with the woman that was working there, she was a new employee, and she already had like a high position for some reason. Like, I don't know how that works, but she was a new employee. She was like a new boss basically. And she was ordering all the animals to be put in the water that did not belong there, like turkeys and stuff. For some reason, the zoo had turkeys. I don't know if that's common with zoos, but there were turkeys in this zoo. And, like, chimps and stuff. She was putting, like, these terrestrial animals in the water, ordering them to be put in the water, and they would die. They would fucking die, obviously. And also, humans would die because, like, she would put dangerous animals in the water with the humans. So you've got an animal that breathes oxygen in the water. It's already close to death, and now there's this big ape in there with it. It's probably gonna attack because it's already freaking out. So people died, animals died, it was a disaster. I don't know how that woman kept her job long enough to do that. Like, I guess it was just completely unchecked power. Like, it was ridiculous, man. So that was terrible. That was disastrous, and it was a relief when I woke up and found out that that wasn't really happening. I was like, oh, thank God, man. Jesus Christ, what a disaster. So that's all. That's the only dreams I remember. I just thought that was worth sharing. Bye now, bye now.